Motivational Monday, intentional about your time, intentional about growth. Those two things are what we're going to cover right now. Time, doom scrolling. I not kidding, just a few minutes ago, I was like in a restroom, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to look through Instagram for a few minutes. 7 minutes later. That adds up. If you can like relate to what I'm saying, you can raise your hand and say, yeah, but that really does add up. Be very intentional about your time concerning how you're spending it, what you're doing, and think about why you're doing it. You know, like the why behind it has a lot to do with what you're doing it for. And it could be to escape from a responsibility that you have to do, escape from something that's really important that you're like, I'm just going to procrastinate and put this off, put it off, put it off. And like I was telling our daughter, she was saying that she's like, man, we live in such a great time now where we could do all these great things and we have access to all this great stuff. And I said, we do. I said, but at the same time, you can be distracted a lot, all the time. So very important that we are super intentional about our time and how we use it. And the other thing is growth, because I think that leads right into it. You will start to grow. Like you're never standing still. We're never just like right here, right? You're either growing, you're moving forward, or you're going backwards. And my hope for all of us is that, you know, that we're growing and moving in a direction that the Father wants us to grow in, into his Son, into his image, and just moving forward. And it makes you so much lighter, so much freer. You're just like, man, I'm super clear. And even though I'm saying this personally for myself, even though you may not, you know, be where you want to be in life, say financially, where you live, wherever it may be, you can find, like Paul says, you can be content where you are, and you can be incredibly grateful for where you are because you're learning and growing from what you did before to get you where you are, and you're learning and growing in order to go forward to where you want to be. So it's incredibly important that we are intentional about our time and how we spend it, and that we're also intentional about the growth that we can have in our Father and what he has for us and where he wants us to be. Because I heard Dan Moeller said this other day, and it's so on point. He's like, you can only give what you have. And I'm like, I really, really, really like that a lot. He's like, you can only give what you have. He's like, you can talk about anything, but you are going to give what you have. So if you're spending that time with our awesome Father who is crazy in love with us because of look what he's done with his Son in order to have access to us, you will see that you are limitless as far as what you can do through him. So be intentional about your time. Be intentional about growing into him in all things. And know that I love you, appreciate you very much. I hope that this has encouraged you a great deal. I'm encouraging myself at the same exact time. All right, friend, I'll talk to you soon.